to the final part of Mega Man 1, and we're now going on to fight the Wily stages, which are where the difficulty in this game actually gets too noticeable. And
that's the most annoyingest noise ever.
Yeah. For some reason it's red in this game, but blue in every one later. Wily Spaceship is basically Mr. Bean's Mini, except that was red to green. Anyway, you know how I said earlier that these things are free at skill? They put 3 of them in a row.
Oh my god!
And it's hard to time the kind of when they're going to jump and when they're not. And thankfully I'm not going to be as incompetent as that one Let's Play from a while back where the guy kept trying to use every single weapon on the first one and died. Although this section is quite hard to get right. It's in the Wily stages that you start needing to use all the powers. Right there, I'm freezing the thing. Now timing this is a nightmare because you want to get it low down but not so that you can't reach it. And like there, I've done it, shot it too high, so it's got to be a platform.
Physics.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Ow! Ow! What am I trying to do?
Kill yourself.
No, I think there I was trying to jump over it before the fire came back out, which is it can be done. I've done it once before, but it's really hard to do. And is it worth trying to get that health?
No.
Let's leave it.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh shit!
That's a dick placement, isn't it? I don't know how you meant to avoid getting hit by that. Anyway, good grinding spot if you want to grind for health. Because remember, within Mega Man, the enemies respawn as soon as they go off the screen. And they also sometimes drop health. And I like how, because of how many enemies there are jumping around, we get a lot of slowdown here.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah. It's just a lot when they're... It is when they've got their own specified pattern, and you got to remember that Mega Man, specifically in terms of like colour palettes and things, it really pushes the NES to more than it should be doing. Yeah. Yes, I am grinding. Yes, we are going to watch this.
You could have put a speed up on,
but didn't.
Bastard.
I need to pad out these videos somehow, right?
Slunging it out, innit?
How long until we get to raiding the back of sweet packets?
Not yet.
Start now if you want.
So we've done them
Fruit flavouring guns with a sugar coating. Alert, just alert.
I think I'm done grinding.
Recipe: no nuts. Ingredients: cannot guarantee nut free. Factory: no nuts.
I think we're alright now. I'm moving on. I'll try not to die.
Using strength.
Joey's just found a Mars bar. I don't know if there's one in there or not, but...
Let's see. I think there is actually.
This section's kind of annoying with the bullet bill things going across.
Protein, 4.3G.
So you're alright, there's gameplay.
Gameplay. Actual gameplay, my god.
Let's say for
I
bullshit.
just wanted to add the comedy into it.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this one, these flying things they're bringing back from Iceman stage, sometimes they line up fine like they did there, but other times they don't, and you're standing around on the same thing for ages waiting for the right one to come across. And this is where you need the magnet beam, because you've got to climb your way up here, which if you don't get it, you're screwed at the bottom. And also if you run out, like say there, and you have to fall down that hole and get the 2 item power-ups again, from downstairs basically. I think here we're getting up to the boss. Oh, that was my throat.
How many like Wily specific bosses are there? Like 3. Is this the Yellow Devil?
This is indeed the Yellow Devil.
The devil that is yellow.
Get that pause button ready.
Yeah, there is a pause trick, and yes, I will be using it in a sec. I think I'm just letting myself get killed here, just so. I can't remember why actually, but yeah. It's the eye, it's terrifying.
At least you didn't make a creepy pasta about your death.
Yeah.
I was about to say, creepybastas galore.
Anyway, for this, if you use Electman's weapon, sometimes when it goes through it counts as more than one hit naturally, so you get a little bit more leeway because it takes so long to go through him. But yeah, if you're
Look,
trying
it's just blocks. It's just making up like a block on a screen because like, it's going in squares.
pause trick, every time you pause the game, it resets the hit counter. So if you hit him once and the weapon's still
So
going
it
through
happens
him,
again. So it hits him twice.
I was going to say, I thought you could still hit him even if he's moving.
nah. It's only when he's got the eye open that you can hit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It looks like Dalek Sec mixed with Clayface.
It looks like the Yellow Devil. Yeah, they bring
It's
him back.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, they bring him back in 3, which that doesn't have the pause trick, so you have to actually fight him.
I like how they've put him into Super Smash Bros.
What is he? Is he
Oh,
like
yeah.
a prototype from like Wily or something?
I'm not sure what he's meant to be. All I know is he looks really creepy in the Mega Man
He's a
fan
blob.
film. Yeah. Which, as much as the Sonic fan film from that guy was kind of crap, the Mega Man one I think is quite entertaining. Doesn't have the best production value ever, but it's still an enjoyable film, I think. Yeah, that was me very
It's in the
slowly.
Sonic film with Jaleel White.
Yeah. Jaleel White, his voice ain't what he used to be, but he kind of still pulled it off, just about.
Oh, God.
Yeah, boss rush time. This time you got to fight Cutman without having knee boulders, just because this room hasn't got any. Which he's not that
Pretty
hard.
easy.
Yeah,
Patterns are predictable.
yeah, there we go. Casually fall through the floor.
As you do.
Casually.
Yeah, just something I do.
It's how I roll.
And I'll be honest, this is one of them levels that I had to retake because my first attempt at this was kind of disastrous. I was trying to get all them things for some reason, even though I don't need them. I hate that, man. You are so hard.
He got circumcised.
Yeah, we've reached a new low in this. Anyway, more slow down. But it's again, there's a lot going on, so you can kind of understand why it's slowing it down. And I can't remember if there's another boss to fight in this. Oh yeah, there's the new boss, but I don't think there's another Robot Master boss, at least as far as I can remember. Come on, I want to get in that thing! Another useful use of the magnet beam.
Abuse.
Well, it's not really abuse, the game gives it to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just using Cutman's weapon there because it kills them two things in one hit. Which is incredibly useful when they throw this many of them at you. Yes. And like, that, that's very easy to fall in the wrong place and get hit by it. It's really annoying when the power-ups fall down the ladder. Because then you can't get them because by the time you've gone down there, they've disappeared because the screen's changed. Yeah, I'm rambling, aren't I?
What
Yeah,
would you
it's
say is the
normal.
worst Mega Man main series game? Like, not X, excluding X, like Mega Man on itself, like 1 to 10.
Probably Mega Man and Bass.
Yeah.
The level design, it's a bit kind of cheap, I think.
What's that? What one's that?
That was originally only released in Japan on the Super Nintendo. We only got the Game Boy Advance port over here.
Alright.
But it was, I think it came after 8, even though it was on the Super Nintendo. And I died to the
If
copyright.
you
button.
change abilities, does the other Mega Man change
I
abilities
believe
as well?
so. Yeah, that's the copy robot fighting that. And when I'm going along a corridor, I tend to jump like that, like an idiot, quite a lot. It's just satisfying. But yeah, if you're going to try and do this properly, like not letting yourself get killed, I think the Electman weapon is the easiest to use. Just because it's the most powerful one naturally. But yeah.
This guy's like disco man.
Yeah, sweet rave party, man.
Yeah,
What 80s, man?
yeah, he's man.
No, I'm just thinking of maybe having Darude's Sandstorm playing in the background here. Which, if it weren't for copyright limitations, I would have done that. Yeah. Copyright on YouTube is sort of a
Death for
bitch.
which
Yeah.
you already did.
Yeah. I've got away with using some songs, but mostly ones from games. Don't want to risk kind of getting copyright
I
strikes.
see Tetris blocks.
I'm not sure about Tetris. Maybe like them sort of where you have to get lines of certain colours in a row or something. like sort of a tile bejeweled or something.
I know you.
Yeah. Now in Wily Sewers, what it looks like.
Why?
Why not? Yeah. And sometimes it's easier just to take a hit than to bother trying to get out of the way. I know that's lazy to.
One who helps with is like sewer connection, like connecting everything up. I'm guessing Mario.
Probably. He's like the only plumber on the NES, so probably.
Yeah.
Ooh, speed up. Yeah.
Is it because there's water flowing?
Yeah, there's water pushing you along.
Yeah. Which is, you can't see it like stationary, like moving. It's stationary.
This basically is the sewer in there, which is kind of gross.
Wily's stuck to the toilet at the moment.
Yeah. Wily, please hold it in a bit longer.
Yeah, outrun Wily's.
Suddenly it all gradually starts turning yellow. That's what the yellow devil was made of.
Anyway, this boss, it's hard if you don't know what you're doing, quite easy if you do. This is the one where I'm letting myself die just to go and pull health bar, I think. Yeah. Because like, what I do with these is I normally do a kind of pathetic half-assed attempt when we first go in, just so I can sort of die and then go back in trying.
Nah, I don't believe you.
Yeah. So what you want to do, use them guts blocks things, just throw them at him. Because they take off quite a big chunk. I think you can get half of his health down with this, and then it's quite easy to just Mega Buster him for the rest.
What about the other weapons? Do they cause more damage than the Mega Buster, or is it?
I don't know. I normally just Buster him. It's
It's like you're shooting at tennis balls, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know. They're like little bubble things.
So that's what Wily's ultimate weapon was, a tennis ball shooter.
Yeah. This
The
was
most feared sport in the world!
Yeah, but you say that, but you cannot be serious. That's that boss down.
Oh, what was it in, I think it was Mega Man X4 when it goes, what have I got to live for?
No, that's it. What am I fighting
Fighting
for?
Iris. Iris.
That game wasn't the best when it comes to voice acting.
It was the best.
What was the one where it
Admit
said, is that the one where it goes save on the memory card?
No, that's X6.
Oh, right.
X6 was kind of disastrous. I think it's slightly more playable than X7. Like X7 is not. X7's kind of like the Shadow the Hedgehog to Sonic 06. Like I say, in the, like you look at it, you don't think it's like awful, but when you play it, it just becomes more and more frustrating.
Why have robots suddenly become part of the scenery?
Moreover, why are there hundreds of figures of Gutsman in the first place?
That's what I'm on about.
Yeah. Dr. Wily loves
got a
him some
fashion.
Gutsman.
He's basically like, sequels. Lots of sequels.
Oh, interesting story. Like, this game didn't actually sell that well, and Mega Man 2 was basically put as a kind of side project that they were doing just in their free time.
That's where like Mega Man's popularity comes
Yeah.
from, like Mega Man 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mega Man 2 was like, and I think still is the most successful Mega Man game.
Oh, right.
So now I'll drop down to get that thing, and now I've got to wait for it.
Everyone says the best VGA comes from that. Oh, VGM, sorry.
Mega Man 2 has got an amazing soundtrack. Yeah. I think 3's good as
Especially,
well.
they say Wily's theme.
Yeah.
And they say it's like similar to like Elton John's like songs, right?
I
Have you seen
haven't
it?
heard that one.
Oh, right.
I'll have to have a look at that. But, like, Mega Man games, they do have a tendency of having songs that sound suspiciously like other songs.
Yeah.
I mentioned Delete Man earlier, but like in X3, there's
Well, in the AVGN review, I think it's Return of the Joker. Yeah. It was like there was like the boss fights in it. It sounds similar to like Mega Man, and like the screen
Yeah.
sounded
Oh, right.
like similar to Mega Man. No, it was Joker's Return or something like that on the GameCube. Not GameCube, Game Boy.
oh, but that's the thing with this is that it's kind of obvious that there is some inspiration, even if they deny it. Like I was saying with X3, like this Neon Tiger station has a lot like my Michelle by Guns N' Roses, and it's like to the point where it's the exact same riff. And yes, I think Gutsman did just jump in front of the bomb again. Gutsman, you're a bit of a dick, mate. And I think we're coming up to the final boss here. I can't actually remember what this boss plays like because all the
first time.
Yeah, because all the Wily Machine bosses, they look sort of similar, even though they do different things. That was a good move on my part.
Indeed it was.
Yeah. Let's walk back through that hallway. Oh, I was doing it for a reason. That's it. I wanted to get the power up for the heat weapon, obviously. You're not buying this, are you?
No.
Damn. I've got a sprite flicker, random bits just going missing from Wily's
Yeah, I
shield.
saw that. Yeah.
But Fireman's weapon, it gives you that little shield, so you can kind of win by jumping into him like an idiot. But you only get so much kind of use from it.
How did Wily think that shit?
Don't bother. It's a video
So it
game.
gets compressed in.
It's the TARDIS.
It's like a Pokeball, not for a Wily.
Yeah.
He went to Gallifrey and nicked a TARDIS.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's what the original TARDIS is.
Right, so now Wily's machine is a TARDIS as well as Sonic's arse.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where
I
they
thought you
did the
guys said
emblems.
about Sonic Adventure and no, you was talking about Doctor Who and Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. That kind of went on for quite a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Why is it still there, the outline?
I promise I won't come back in
Is
future
it like an
sequels.
actual video game in where he questions about killing Wily or not?
In the English version of 7, he starts going, he starts charging his buster to kill Wily, and then Wily stops him on the basis of first rule of robotics is that a robot can't harm humans.
Yeah.
But that was kind of added in the English version, so it's technically not canon anyway.
Oh, okay.
And here we have the ending. And yes, this is what would be remixed into the opening theme of Mega Man 2. And I am trying to hold off the urge to sing Brent of Lost.
You're like the only one.
Fight Mega Man for everlasting peace. We will see this ending so many more times.
At least it doesn't tell you to collect the 7K symbols after.
But I can't put in a random clip here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Mega Man Walking Home. And some of the nicknames that the developers use are great. I think Inafune was Inaf King. We've got
Tom Pon.
Yeah, Tom Pon there. He
Tom
actually,
Pon and Bonjo.
yeah,
Does he get on with women?
I don't know, but there's Inaf King, that's KG Inafune. But Tom Pon, I think he still uses that name, like he's credited in...
See his
Mighty
hair? It
Number
looks like
9.
Elvis's hair.
I think he looks more like Astro Boy there.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. Exactly like Astro Boy.
HMD.
Astro Boy was a decent anime.
I've never actually watched it, I just kind of
It was.
recognise
It
the
was
character.
all like CBBC and the
So-
movies. It was actually okay.
How many episodes of Bleach have you watched?
I don't know, like 30-ish. Some of the main ones though.
Yeah.
I've seen like his final battle. And
So is that Roll and Dr. Light?
Yeah, it's Roland Knight, who they didn't actually introduce us to at the beginning, but it was all there in the manual.
Fair enough.
If you
freeze frame.
He's just like jumping like,
Yeah.
yay! I've liberated everyone.
Yeah, but I was playing on the Wii U version, so I didn't have the manual, so I don't know. That was classic Mega Man. Mega Man 1 at least. 10 more games in the classic series, by the way. And they're all basically the same thing, but still fun.
Yeah.